So this is totally impromptu, off the cuff. I just discovered something and I had to get my GoPro out before I did anything else. This Newell was originally owned by Al Unser Jr. and then he sold it to Robby Gordon, the NASCAR, IndyCar, off-road, everything driver. Robby Gordon owned this thing from 96-ish to somewhere around 2003, 4, or 5, something like that. I don't exactly know when he sold it, but I know he had it during that time period. That's where this paint job came from. Robby Gordon had this thing painted like this, custom, after he bought it from Al. I was just cleaning out the closet. Full confession, when I got this thing in June, I started living in it right away, so I never like went through every single drawer and cupboard to like clean out whatever random stuff was left in there or anything like that. And I just never used the closet. I just didn't. Like I said in previous videos, I throw my stuff in the dryer, and when it's dry, I just open the dryer to get socks out of it or whatever, because I'm an idiot. But now I'm actually cleaning out the closet so I can start using it. I found this drawer in here that had a bunch of random stuff in it. Webasto, Aqua Hot, paperwork, service manuals, things like that. And I started digging through it, and I saw something that has not been touched in 20 years. Part of its NASCAR history. And I was just like, wow, I need to fire up the camera and dig through this with you guys watching me, because I don't know what else I'm gonna find. There's other stuff under it. So let's go back there and see what's in there. Now the fact of me not using the closet was even further happened by the whole breakdown incident on the side of the road in Oklahoma. I have a video about this. I had to rip up the carpet to get to something on the motor that we ended up not even needing to get to, but I just never put the carpet back because there was like bins and stuff sitting on here, so I just haven't touched it. Well, with the bins open, I never opened that drawer. And I found, so here's a paper from Newell, dated 1998. Probably came out of here. This is like an original Newell brochure from 1998 or something, somewhere along those lines. This is freaking cool. I haven't really dug through this yet. I'll go through it in a little bit more in depth in a little bit, but we got to check out what's in there first. So Newell enters the slide out market. You know this is some old stuff when they just say that. Here's what I'm getting at. I know you got some like Christmas ornaments and stuff in there. Allison, something from like the 90s. But look at this. You see that? NASCAR Winston Cup Series late edition form, 2001. That means nobody has touched this stuff since Robby Gordon put that in there in 2001, because he would have been the one that owned this during that time. I haven't picked it up, so let's see what's underneath it and see what the forms say. Okay, I don't want to mess it up. This one's cool. I've never been used. That's so cool. I wish there was stuff on it. I wonder what else is in here. Oh, yeah, Robby Gordon did say he had this roof unit put on here because when they were on the desert, it got too hot. I'm gonna dig this stuff out of here and we'll go somewhere else with a little bit more space to like spread out. Now I talked to Josh Snyder, who works at Newell. He asked him what this form was. He said this is like a late edition form for pit passes, not for a racer. So Robby Gordon must have kept some of these in here just in case one of his goober friends showed up and they weren't there on time. It's pretty wild. I think this piece of paper survived in here for 19 years with 2, maybe 3 other owners in between me and that never touched it. That's just so cool to me. Winston Cup Series 2001. Dang, like this is, I don't even know. The things that this bus has seen just blows my mind. I'll never understand. Let's take a look at some of these papers in here in the brochure. I actually have a new one of these from this year. I might dig out to just to compare. They kind of do things like really similarly. I think this is cool. You got this printed picture. Remember when I was little, I used to really like getting brochures from dealerships. I had a bunch of them from like old Suburbans and stuff, and I had the one from my dad's 95 Suburban that he kept when he bought it. I must have lost it or something, but this is really cool. 97 fall clearance. I was 1.5 years old. A 93 was still 400 grand in 97 with a 2-stroke Detroit. That's so crazy to think about. A 6V92 Detroit, 4-speed Allison, 120,000 miles, still 150 grand. This thing looks like Country Bears rode around in it. I mean, I'm not talking crap, but like, it does. I love finding cool stuff like this. Like, this is just the coolest thing ever. I say that all the time. I think everything's the coolest thing ever, but this is the coolest thing ever. New coaches are currently priced between $575,000 and $700,000 depending on equipment, and that's in 1998 money. Sam Robinson. This is like some good paper too. You can look at that. It's like nice and thick. It's got the texture in it. This is some OG America paper right here. You know what's wild is the order form for the new one still looks almost just like this. It's not on the good paper though. Like, guys, bring back this paper. This is nice paper. I feel fancy just touching it. I wonder when all this paperwork was put in here, because this is a 97. I mean, Robby Gordon didn't buy this new. He bought it from Al Unser Jr., but he would have owned it during the time period when this brochure would have been new. A Newell is not a modified passenger bus. Shots fired. Suck it, Prevo. They explain the chassis building in here. That's really neat. They don't get this technical in the brochures anymore. That's a good looking engine. Detroit Series 60. Independent front suspension. Mine does not have that. It is still solid axle because it's 96. Phantom Suite. That's what they called the slide out when that first came out. This is some 90s marketing genius right here. They don't need graphics. They can just fold pieces of paper. Phantom Suite retracted. Wow. Now it's open. Get your big old bus driver steering wheel. Let's close the slide out here. Okay. Wow. That's amazing. Cursive handwriting is hard for me to read because I'm like stupid. But a nice graphic there. This would be a nice nice thing to scan and do a PDF to do graphic mock-ups on. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing they print out that they did the graphic mock-ups on, because I've seen their old paint shop paperwork. That's a 90s looking logo if I ever saw one. I didn't know there was a Dallas Newell. I wish there still was. It'd be convenient for me. Detroit diesel information. 1 million pounds of clamping force to the block. I think this is mine, the 470 version. That's just cool. I didn't know it had more power and cruise control. That's just weird. That actually explains a lot. Family Motor Coaching, July 1996. When a bus just isn't spacious enough. Oh, roasted. Request our $15 video. And he's got to skin you for a video. How about that? Now we got YouTube. Newell's open pricing policy. The no dicker sticker. Dude, this is funny. I know that was totally random, and I don't know. I was just like, you know, this is cool. I'm gonna make a video about this because this is a neat little thing, and somebody think it's interesting, and I hope you did. If you didn't, you can suck it. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering when I would get 3X shirts, I have them now. I just got them today. The flag ones. In 3X just showed up. I have to fold all of these still. That's a lot. But, yep, that's part of the deal. I got some tester hoodies. I only have a couple of them though. So let me know if you want to see hoodies on the website, and I can order them. Won't be till after Christmas though, but I got another design coming up. It's pretty funny. This one's actually funny. The other ones are cool. This one's funny. But yeah, you can head on over to staplesandautoworks.com and get yourself a super dank shirt. It helps a lot. Also, it helps because this is the largest order of shirts that I have ever made And until I sell them, I don't have the money from them. So that's kind of like the hardest part of your biggest in and out expense of a full-time YouTuber is like shirt inventory, really. I'll let you in on a little secret. Some of these big channels you guys know, they're not YouTube channels that tell, they're not YouTube channels that sell t-shirts. They are t-shirt companies with YouTube channels. That's how the income is proportionate, just so you guys know. It's a very eye-opening world. I'm learning a lot about it right now. Just keeping it real, you know, that's what I do. Hit that subscribe button. The link for the shirts is in the bio if you want one. If you don't, it won't hurt my feelings. I just figured I would tell you about it. So we'll see you on the next one.